And recording in.
All right, I think we're live.
Did it say? Oh.
Hello, everyone.
Hello and welcome to the Unite Show. My name's Crystal. This is my partner Shine, and together we are Unite's co-founders. And you are tuning into our live weekly online event where we're going through different speakers and presenters sharing on different subjects that we think will be useful to our community. So that's the Unite Show happening every Thursday at 6:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tonight we're doing Ask a Techie. We've got our amazing tech team here with us today, Swaty and Arun, tuning in from India because they're traveling right now and visiting family. So you're going to be able to ask your questions. It's basically going to be mostly a big Q&A night with, if there's not enough questions, they're going to just dig into all kinds of juicy stuff for you. So please hold on to your questions and we're going to get those two answered shortly. Shine, I believe, has a few things to share with you, and then we will be getting right into it.
Yeah, so we wanted to try out sharing a bit about Unite at the beginning of the call so that people can get a sense of it. And Swaty and Arun, this will be the plug for you as well, because this is the site that you and your team have built so beautifully.
Absolutely.
So I'm just going to share my screen here, and let me know if everyone can see it. Yes?
Can people see the shared screen?
Absolutely, yeah.
Unite?
Perfect.
So just briefly, there's
you can find us here at www.unite.love. That's where Shine is right now.
You got it. And so basically what we've done is created a social platform that also has a marketplace, and it's all about well-being. And the idea is to become the Airbnb for well-being so that people can find the best resources for wellness in record time, very, very quickly and easily, and that the businesses who are offering amazing wellness services, products, and events can find their community, find their ideal clients. We've got events, we've got products and services. We've got the love stream, which we're on right now, where people can go live and create future love streams. And then we've got our love feed, which is all about uplifting content. And oh, it looks like it's just stuck for a second. And then we've got
so it was our purpose to really create a space for our community to.
We've got so many products now. It's slow to load.
Yay! What a good problem to have.
Yeah.
So we are in beta. We are just a new baby right now, getting going and getting started here. And we just started. We started the initial build and everything right. Oh, there we are. We got everyone back again. We started the initial build right, I guess, a year after COVID. And so it's still a baby. So we'd love to hear your feedback, thoughts, ideas, any information you have to share of what would be awesome to you in a new wellness community platform. And we will definitely love to hear from you. And we will send it off to Swaty and Arun and the Unite team, and they will be able to support us.
Sorry, did everything freeze for everyone?
Can you hear us now?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome, perfect.
Oh, okay, it's better now.
It froze for a few people.
I think it might be the most people we've ever had on Unite at once, because we just sent a big email and people are joining and it was loading. So I think that was the issue.
So we so appreciate when we get these kind of problems where it's basically capacity issues, which is really fun because that means we're finding our edges and able to expand. Another thing is Unite is free for everyone to use and ad free. So please come check it out and let us know what you think. And I think now we will get on to the Unite Show.
Yes.
So I think we'll start with a quick, everybody who's a guest here can share just a quick moment of what brought you here tonight, what you're interested in learning about. Is it the grant? Is it SEO? Is it website? Is it just general and you're curious about what's going on? And then that will give us a sense of how we can answer your questions and support you. So anyone step on up and share, or I can pick someone.
We are here. Go ahead.
Oh, hi. I'm Melanie.
Hi, Melanie.
Hi, Melanie.
I'm here for the topic, mainly for the SEO. I heard it's important, but I want to know more about how to really navigate it and do the back end stuff. And obviously, if you have a new website and how that works exactly, the SEO. Also, as well, what was the topic again? for tonight? Oh, refresh my memory.
It's Ask a Techie. So we're going to be talking about a grant that's out there that's available for people for their sites. We're going to be talking about website, SEO, apps, etc.
Digital marketing.
Digital marketing.
Yeah.
All that jazz.
Yeah, I think it's mainly the SEO for now. I have 2 websites. So yeah, me just trying to do the SEO.
Got it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great.
Perfect. And Kurt, did you have any specifics, or do you want to just?
Yeah, I guess just the general. I'm new to just having a website, so just
Oh.
well, I kind of put social media completely aside for a bunch of years, and now all of a sudden, oh, I have a business and I have to, get on there. So I guess.
What's your business briefly?
It's crystal healing, so I'm a healer. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I've done about 10 sessions so far. I'm just starting out, so this is all kind of new to being an online presence. So yeah, and I keep hearing the letters SEO. I'd like to know what they actually stand for.
Yeah. Search engine optimization.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely get add your offerings. So your sessions, you can add them as a product on Unite and sell them, and we'll promote them with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been meaning to reach out. I'm probably going to reach out.
We'll walk through some of that.
Yeah.
Nice. Welcome, Judy. So why don't Swaty and Arun, do you guys want to quickly touch on SEO and maybe answer some specifics? Hi, Judy. Welcome. We're just gonna do a quick SEO jam. And so any SEO questions, let's do it.
And just to let everyone who's joining know, who just joined, we are recording this and we're going to be sharing it on the replay on YouTube. So if you don't want to be seen, feel free to keep your camera off. And if you have any questions that you want to ask anonymously, you can just put them in the chat and we'll ask them for you.
And if you're on we're live on Instagram and Facebook, and there's some questions about how to get on, you just go to unite.love, and it's the first post on the love feed on the main page. Yeah. And you click join.
Join up at the top. It looks like where you would find live videos on Facebook.
Yeah. So Swaty and Arun, take away SEO.
What
give a brief intro into what it is and how it can help people, and then let's do some Q&A.
Why don't you start actually with who you are and your business, and then you can jump in.
Oh, right.
Because people might want to know that.
Yeah. So that'd be fantastic. And I'll do my thing, and Swaty will take it on for sure. So it's pleasure meeting everyone. Such a beautiful morning here and evening there. So we are excited to be here, and what an amazing journey we have been on for a few years with Shine, Crystal, Kaisa, Johnny, everybody, and such a big Unite family. So Unite is not a name; it's a big family, and we really admire the passion and the original thought. What brings Unite together? That's amazing. Like holistic thinking. Bringing the subconscious elements into the existence. It's amazing. So briefly about me, Swaty, our family, and so we are both born and raised in India. Moved to Canada in 2016. In my previous life in India, I used to work in a logistics business, and it is one of the biggest one in the world, actually. So I used to run a container port. I set up the container ports. I set up automobile terminals, so for exporting export and importing the cars. And then I was exposed more towards the project management and customer relationships and other sophisticated IT tools. Eventually, I moved into strategy management, and I was all of a sudden doing a lot of strategy work for the projects which are going to live for 30 to 50 years of life. So putting very high stake, working on a very high stake and very, big numbers and heavy stake works. So that was really good. And I happened to meet Swaty in 2014, and she comes from a techie background, and I was like, I was doing really great in my life. But when I saw that somebody's signing salary checks of over 100 people a month, I was like, oh, that serious. Like while I was taking salary check every month. So yeah, Swaty is very entrepreneurial. I really got inspired by what she does, and we really found this path that we need to align our strengths together. So I come a lot from the business side, business analysis, business solution conceptualizations. My core is systematizing and making the processes robust. I'm Lean Six Sigma black belt. Swaty is green belt with Lean Six Sigma. So we try to optimize not only your SEO but also business. So SEO is one part, and it's been a great journey. We enjoyed working with Shine and Crystal. In our family, we have our daughter, 5-year-old Shreya. She's getting
Shreya,
homeschooled. Haribol. So she's
Hi,
getting
sweetheart.
homeschooled, and my parents, my siblings, niece, nephew, sister-in-laws, and Swati's family is also here. We have a big team working here with us, so we are pretty excited, and we are excited for this evening and getting an opportunity to talk to all of you. And here comes Swati to talk to you about her stuff.
Yeah,
Swaty.
so hello. Yeah, hello everyone, and nice meeting you everyone. Shine Crystal, Kaisa, thank you so much for everything. Right. Yeah. And as far as our business is concerned, like we are working under name of Wiser Software Solutions. So our name itself is like Wiser. So we make wise solutions for for our customers so that their ideas come into like they go live the way they want it, the way they have thought about it. So we just take our customers from the ideation stage to the production stage so that they can embark their journey from there. So in terms of technically, we do like website development, app development, and once the websites or apps are developed, we help them with the marketing stuff as well, like SEO or Google Ads management for both websites and apps, right? So for yeah, so we are here to talk about the grant that we have and the SEO stuff. So so once your website is there, it's important that the website is indexed and read by by the Google, right? So that's why we do search engine optimization, and there are many different ways to do it, but if you do it in a correct way, you get long and ever like long results which stay there with your website. The rankings of your keywords, they stay there. So it's not that you get quick results, but you should get good results in a like quality results in a good time. So right, so that's why we do quality SEO, right? And this grant that is available, it can be used for, so when we start SEO, right, the proper strategy has to be in place, and the grant is all about it.
So, and I will add here like a couple of things. Number one, we branded ourselves as Wiser because we do not think of wisest is wisest is something that exists. So we try to take our customers on the journey to be from wise to wiser or from being wiser to wiser. So that's the very thought process behind. And and with regards to search engine optimization, it is so much like, we are living in the data world, and you guys must be getting stampeded with a lot of words like data sciences, data mining, and Google algorithms, and all the times there are things changing in the tech world. So it is a nightmare journey for a micro, small, and medium business. Uh, how to navigate the waters? How can we really like if somebody is trying to search for goods business, like how can it come in top 20? How can he be known, like sitting in a small place? How can he be known to the world? So I think SEO is one of the most important thing which helps websites to rank organically. When I'm saying organically, it means it is not the paid ads only. It is not the paid ads only. It is primarily putting the content in a way so that your website starts getting ranks. And when I'm saying ranking, your competition is also working to get the rank on the website, on the Google or Bing or any search engine. So what we need is constant efforts to write the right and relevant content, indexing the website in such a way, submitting your content entries in such directories so that your content is read time and over again by Google algorithms. This happens very organically. So this is not, you cannot just pump in $5,000 today and get like first rank. No. So what SEO is not is a quick win. So SEO is not 1 month strategy. SEO is 1 year strategy.
Arun, sorry to interrupt. You guys
So
are
it is
cutting out you're cutting
like
out a
keeping
little
a
bit too.
website check. Like we used to have
Arun, can you hear me? You're cutting out a
I
little
can
bit.
hear you.
If you want to
Crystal.
turn your camera off, then maybe we can hear you better.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me do that.
Perfect.
Is this any better?
That is better.
Is it
Yes.
better?
Yeah.
Amazing. So, yeah, what I was saying that what SEO is not is 1 month strategy. What SEO is 6 months to 1 year strategy, right? So if you, as we used to have our business cards and we used to go anywhere in the meetings or meetups, we used to give our business cards. It is the same thing. So when you are there, your business card is there on the Google, right? So how can you do that? The strategy to do is keeping your website updated with the right content, with the right meta description in the website backend, with the right tags, with the right keywords, intense content, right? So these are the key things which are done. And who do you need to do it? You can do it by all means. You can do it yourself, but it's amazing that somebody can really do it for you, and your website is checked maybe 15 times a month and optimized time and over again. What are the new Google algorithm laws are coming, and what are the, like, now starting 2023, the Google is changing its algorithm. So it is really important to keep oneself on top of it and making sure that they are getting the content flooded in on their website in a right way, in an optimized way, so that they can stay ahead of their competition. Yeah.
Can I
Does
add
it?
something, Arun?
Please.
Yeah, so when we first started working with Swaty and Arun a couple of years ago, I had the exact same question. What is SEO? What is this weird thing? What does it do? How does it work? And I didn't know that, of course, the internet world, Google has bots that, and I think of it like, because I'm a visual person, I think of it like the Matrix with the little, spidery, or not the Matrix, the Minority Report with the little spider things. But they actually comb every website, and they check, they click the, especially the top links. They check that they're not broken links. If it's a broken link, right away you're going to be like thrown way down, because they consider that like, a waste of people's times. If their links are broken, they're going to, like Arun said, check that what you say it is what it is. So when people search for something and they go to it, it's actually accurate. So you're using the right words. And yeah, any links that you're having in there are going to exactly where they're supposed to be going, and they're all updated and they're all working. So broken links is like probably one of the really #1 bad things on your site. And it's, if you've built the site yourself, it's definitely an easy thing for you to fix yourself. Is that right?
So true, Crystal. So true. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And let's get into
fact,
Q&A. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead,
Arun.
What were you going to add in, Arun?
I was saying, like, the website certainly gets even downgraded on the Google very fast if you have that. And also there are quite a few things, like, for example, there are initiatives somebody takes, like, they try to build websites on some website builders, and if they are not dealing with the technical stuff of SEO, the website can be downgraded for sure. I think Melanie has a question.
Yes, Melanie, we'd love to hear your question.
Hi, can you, like, I've heard of the term broken links, but can you give an example of what do you mean by a broken link? Like, say if on my homepage I say, see more information in the FAQ, if you're saying the FAQ hyperlink maybe isn't correct or something, or?
Yeah. Great question, Melanie. So broken link is something like, when you have a website sitemap and you are trying to click something, and when you click there, you do not reach anywhere, and it gives an error, right? It leads you to an error page. So when that happens, that is not good for the Google. Swati wants to add something in here.
Yes. And sometimes what happens that we are building website over a period of time. We add some pages and we remove some pages, right? So if you have suppose removed a page, but that page is still in the index history of Google, so it will still
Yeah.
show in the Google search results. And when somebody will click on that search result, it will lead to a 404 page because you have actually removed that page, right? So in SEO, what we do is that we take care of all such index pages which are not available anymore. So all those pages have to be removed from Google indexing, so that the website is not having any, like the website should not have any 404 errors. So that if your website does not have any 404 errors, that makes sure that you do not have any broken links.
Perfect. Thank you,
Nice.
Swaty.
Yes.
Nice. Any more any questions in about SEO or other topics?
And for
Melanie,
everyone,
did it answer your question, Melanie? Is that good?
Yeah, I think so. It's just really I'm very visual, and so like I'm more of like a demo, like can you guys show me or something, but that's okay.
maybe that could be a project. We'll ask Swaty, or we'll make some little tutorial videos on what that looks like.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we can share those. Yeah, that would be a great resource. Thank you, Melanie.
Okay.
And I think we'll move on to, if anyone has any other questions about SEO, or we can get on to other subjects. For everyone new who's just joining, we are recording this and we are going to be sharing it on YouTube. So if you want to stay anonymous, feel free to just write a comment and we can answer that for you. So does anyone have any more questions about SEO? How does it work? We can move on to apps, websites, and the $2,400 grant.
Yep. Or digital marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads.
They know everything, so they're happy to have their brains picked.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, I have another question.
Go, Melanie.
So I sometimes see on websites at the bottom, it might say site index, or sometimes it doesn't. So do you like, how do you know? I guess in the back end of your website, like I'm okay in the back end of my website, I can navigate all that stuff. So it's not like, oh my God, this is scary. I guess depends what kind of website platform you're using. You might or might not have the site index. Like, how do we know to do that properly? Does that make sense?
Yes. So that Melanie is a part of the SEO process. So when we start the SEO, the first step is to do the on-page SEO, which means like optimizing every single page, every single element of the page. Like when I say every single element, it means the copy, the images, videos, whatever content you have on your pages has to be optimized with the metas, right? And each metas has keyword density in it. So the way it works is that you select the number of keywords you want to target your website to rank for, and we prepare the metas for those keywords, and those metas are then inserted into all the pages and all the content, which then allows us to index the pages for search engine. So it's a process. Like in the starting first 2 months we do that process, and after that we start off page marketing, which is like creating more and more backlinks and submitting blogs, articles, or news press releases. So that is all off page marketing, but to get the website indexed, on page optimization is a must, which we do in the starting.
Nice.
So is someone able to navigate and do this themselves? Or it's more like a web developer or someone that's familiar with it? can do
So
it for
you do
you.
not need a web developer for this, but you need an SEO strategist for this, for sure, and a person who knows how to do SEO, because it involves lot of planning and lot of research when you prepare those metas.
And then if someone hires someone to do the SEO, are they able to, am I able to like update it and manage it myself, or like it's better for an SEO person to do that?
So it depends what you want to update. Like for an example, you only want to update the images or content of the website, you can do it. But even if you update the content, you need to make sure your keywords are intact. You are not disturbing the keywords set by the SEO team, right? And SEO is an ongoing thing. It's not that somebody will do for a month and then you can carry on. It has to be done month on month basis by a professional SEO team. So because it's not SEO is not it's not only updating website, but it's checking Google Analytics, seeing from where the traffic is coming, from where more traffic can be pulled, and then once the traffic is there, how do we convert that, right? So having proper CTAs on the website, or increasing the engagement on the website, because if somebody is visiting on your website, what is next, what they do on your website, right? How do they contact you, how do they submit the inquiry? So everything is a process, everything has to be done. It's a continuous activity, I would say. Like, if you even if you get rankings on some keywords, you need to work hard for maintaining them, right? So say suppose we got your rankings, and your keywords are ranking in top 10. Once that is achieved, we need to maintain that they stay in 1 to 10, because competition is there, and Google keeps crawling for new content, keep crawling for new websites. So so the SEO team makes sure that your keywords keep there and they stay. See the 20% plus and minus keeps going on with the keywords, right? But SEO team makes sure that the keywords are maintained where they are.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
And something about blogs, I've heard that a good way for a website to rank on Google is to have a blog on your website with topics that are related to
Yes.
what people might be searching for to find you. So like for Kurt, it might be like, what is crystal healing? 10 ways to blah, 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 benefit from crystal healing, and just have a whole series of pieces of content with really good titles and keywords in the content, and that will
Yes.
rank. Is that correct?
That's right, Shine. You rightly put it. So blogs are the place where basically you can educate your visitors, right? So we do blog writing for our customers, and that's a place that we definitely take care of the keywords, but the writing has to be in a way that the users come, they read it, and they understand your business, or they understand what benefits they are going to get. So you pick a topic, and on that particular topic you elaborate and educate your visitors, right? So that
Yeah.
way, the more and more quality blogs get submitted each month, Google gives you more and more traffic, because people click on those blogs from various directories where we submit the blogs, and that way the traffic is pulled on the website.
Yeah, and adding to that, like I think, uh, you know, this is really technical. When even doing the keyword density analysis, this is really technical. You got to have the tools which can really give you the edge that, okay, what the competition is doing, okay, what is happening in the market. And even so, for an example of crystal healing, if you take that example, what market segment are we trying to get our product listened to? Who are our target audience? What price point? What age bracket are we talking about? And if you're marketing on the East Coast, you're trying to optimize it for the East Coast versus West Coast. You need to understand the segments and how the competition is doing. So that makes the whole thing so much valuable that you start seeing the results in terms of your Google ranking very soon. If the the groundwork is done very right. So as much as it can be done by anyone, it is really, really important to get it done like with a focus and with professionals.
Nice. And with Eventbrite, I've heard that at times people's, when you search for someone, their Eventbrite will come up before their own website because Eventbrite has done such a good job with their SEO. And so that's something that with Unite, we want to implement and integrate, is that when you post content on Unite, it's also helping your SEO because Unite's got that broader. Say a bit about how that works, where when you're posting on a platform like Unite versus just using your own website.
Yes. So what we are planning down the line, like we are already working on for Unite for that. So each product, each event, each love stream that's get created on Unite, which will be optimized for Google. That means that when you create your event, you're entering tags and keywords. So with those tags and keywords, we will create metas and insert into the event detail page. So that means that when somebody is searching for those keywords on Google, the particular event link will appear in the search results, right? So you post on Eventbrite, but if you post on Unite, the benefit is that you come into a bigger community. Eventbrite is only for the events, but when on Unite, you have so many things, so many other users from every aspect, like, so you get a larger area,
Audience.
a larger audience, right? And and in terms of SEO for Unite, like each separate page, each of your profile page, your event page, your product page will be optimized for search engine to read your content, to read your keywords from it.
Nice.
Perfect.
Love it.
So speaking of blogs, I noticed as I was sharing about you guys for this event about Wiser Tech, I did see that you guys have a lovely blog, of course, on your site as well, that does have some great resources for people to check out, so that if you go to the event page where you found us here, or just go to wisertechsolutions.ca.com.
Yeah.
.ca.
.ca. I should know that, shouldn't I? wisertechsolutions.ca. They do have a blog with some wonderful resources there as well. What are a couple other things? Of course, the best ever is for people to be able to hire an amazing team like you guys to do all these steps for people. But other than your blog, is there some other places where people could maybe learn a few ways where they could start to get a feel for it, and maybe, work up to jumping in and hiring someone full time, but where they could kind of, learn a few ins and outs for things that could just benefit them a little bit more, like the broken links and the blog, etc.
Crystal, like we believe in, doing a one-on-one meeting, one-on-one call to understand what their business is and what they are looking for. And in that one-on-one consultation or meeting, or we scratch the grounds with the clients, or we do discovery sessions with the client. We basically understand what kind of setup they already have, and where they want, or if they want to do a new build altogether, or they have some existing website, they want to revamp it. So whatever it is, we scratch the grounds with the clients and do a discovery session, so that we find out what exactly is good and fit for them to do it.
Oh,
Love it. Any other questions or specifics? I know Carol was saying that she's got a grassroots program, or Kurt or Judy, if you have any, or Kaisa, if you have any questions.
Yes, Kurt.
Can you maybe speak a bit on like Wix and GoDaddy and these types of things? Because I used Wix for mine, but like, what do they do for you? Because I did the SEO, but I'm not sure what exactly they're helping me with. or if they're even doing anything. I'm paying for it, but anyway,
Yeah.
just wondering about that.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kurt. Wix is a great website builder and a great place to start from. Um, whether it's Wix or Squarespace, other website builders. But we really recommend that in case if you have a long-term, medium to long-term business plan, like, we want to stay in this business for a while, we recommend at least getting the WordPress website, because that is really SEO friendly and much of the work is done by that. On Wix, as great as it is, uh, I mean, there's a lot of common code which is not there in case of WordPress. So when the WordPress website is developed, it is very light. It is just made for the customer's own business. That's it. So, and there's no general code. So we have seen really significant results even on Wix or Squarespace in case if somebody is so much niched into their business, um, and they have a huge customer base. So that means their website is organically visited by many people. So it is like traffic is ranking their website up, not Google is ranking their website up, right? So if you are in a space where, like, you have, you are a solopreneur, but or you have 2 employees or 3 employees, and you have a turnover of say like $3 million with say overall customer base of 500 customers, that's good, or 1,000 customers, that's great. Otherwise, we highly recommend doing at least WordPress website, because that is the best optimum way to start with. Does it answer your question, Kurt? Perfect. Yeah.
So other than SEO, which sounds like there's a lot that can be done there, is there any advantage, or does it make any difference to add new content to your post, add new photos, add new videos, etc.? Does any of that help, or is it actually a hindrance if you're not going in and doing the proper SEO in the background?
So it all depends on how much keyword density you already have on the content. So it should not be too much of that, keywords inserted into the content, and it should not be less as well. So that's what the SEO team does, that it check how much density is there, how many keywords are used on a page. So like suppose you have 20 keywords, right? So generally the best way is to do like target one keyword per page, right? So that you are not over targeting keywords on one page. So in terms of adding more content and more images, so if you think that there is you can give more education on a particular topic to your visitors, you should do that. And ideally, like, you should have around 300 to 400 words on each page, right? And your images should be relevant. And these days, like if you see Apple new features, they are reading text from the images, right? So you should always put relevant images on your content. And videos are great source of education. So if you have good videos about your visitor of your business, you should always include them on your pages.
Perfect. Thank you, Swaty.
Yes.
Any other questions from anyone? Kaisa, go.
Yeah.
You have to unmute, Mom. There you go.
I thought I did unmute.
You're good.
Anyway, so keywords. I mean, for myself as a counselor, and what are keywords?
So keywords are basically, say you are a counselor, right? So how do people search for you on Google? Like if I want to get a counseling, I would say health counselor, White Rock. How would I search for you? That those are the keywords which people type on Google to search for something.
So I will also further elaborate it on to it, guys. So for an example, we more have to get into the shoes of our customer, what my customer is thinking right now in their brain. So like say healing, right? Or, counseling or stress management, right? Uh, Anger management, relationship management. So what is going on in somebody's mind? Counselor is very general. Is somebody a career counselor? Somebody is a marriage counselor. Somebody is a health counselor. Somebody is a sports counselor, right? So that is very generic. But then, even if somebody is an education counselor, what education are you talking about, right? So what is happening in there? So you think about it as it's like matrix. It is like brain mapping. So how your brain is picking up the respective words from the different aspects of the worldly impression that we all have around us. So that is why, so when we are thinking about, okay, somebody is a non-clinical counselor, so we will go into the back end and we'll try, like, the SEO expert will try to find, okay, what are the similar businesses, where are the ranking, and what are the keywords, like, people are searching, and what is the density of those keywords, what is the volume search for those keywords. So and are they very high competitive keywords, or they are less competitive keywords? So for an example, crystal healing is a very very niche thing, whereas non-clinical counselor is still very broad, right? Somebody can really further narrow down migraine management with crystal healing. So that is like very focused. That will be least competitive keyword. But people will not be going to, oh, migraine focus or diamond crystal migraine management. Nobody's searching for that. So that is very least competitive keyword. So we need to find the bigger umbrella and trying to navigate our target audience down to what we are offering.
But
So what we
don't,
Does
do,
it?
yeah, when people, in our introduction, I mean, it's obvious that one needs to state one's specialty and describe, give, I mean, so of course, I mean, yeah, one puts one's specialty and one's areas of expertise. So those
Mhm.
are some key words,
That's
Yeah,
right?
right.
exactly. Mom, so for you, like putting trauma counselor, and that would be probably a really good area. Swati and Arun, tell me if this is true. A good way to find what are some good relevant current keywords is just to search the keywords that you're thinking of using, trauma counselor, and see how many actually come up and what are kind of like the top things, or the same crystal healing. And you could just put that search in Google and it would give you a good sense of what's coming up from that search. And like Arun said, if you put like crystal diamond migraine healing, probably not much is going to come up because that's very specific in one area. But then if you're like, oh, okay, there's actually quite a bit coming up. We were learning this with putting to post YouTube videos and to put the SEO for YouTube. And they suggested do a search. And if you search yoga, and there's a ton of yoga stuff comes up, then go yoga 10-minute session. And if still a whole bunch come up, then go yoga 10-minute session stretch. Oh, there's not so much coming up. So that might actually be, a good thing if that's what you're offering, to use something where you're getting specific enough that there's still some searches happening for that, but less content actually coming up for it. So you're more likely to be seen. Is that kind of also how Google works, Swati and Arun?
so that's a very
And
good question, Crystal. Like Arun, like rightly answered it before. So what we do, this process is called keyword research, right? So we have tools available with us, and through Google Analytics, we find out that what are the most common used keywords that people are using to look for a particular business. So if Kaisa is under trauma counseling, so we will find out in Google Analytics using the tools that we have, and find out what are the general terms or general keywords that people are typing in on Google to find a business or a service for trauma counseling. And with that research, we prepare a list of keywords that are mostly used. right? And for each of those keywords, we also tell you what is the search volume. So search volume is like how many average people are, how many people are searching for that keyword in a month or in a year on an average.
Yeah.
Right? So that is called search volume. So the process of selecting best keywords is that you pick keywords which are relevant to your business and which has a higher search volume. So higher search volume means that is the keyword which most people are entering and trying to look for a particular service, right? Say for an example, somebody is looking for web design services. So what I will do on, how would I search? I will go on Google and I will type down web designing company or web development services. And if I want to be specific, I want to look for somebody in, look it based out in Vancouver, so I would type web design services Vancouver BC, so that is called location targeting. So that all we find out with the with in keyword research process. Does that
Perfect.
answer the question, Crystal?
Thank you. Yes, that's helpful. And Mom is nodding. Yes, that's helpful as well.
Carol, you have your hand up.
Yay.
Yeah. So we have Carolee asking for something. Yeah, let's hear
Sorry, I
her.
just muted you by accident.
Oh, there we go.
I think I unmuted when you unmuted me at the
Yeah,
same time.
you're good.
Yes, I have a program called Nurture the Children that I've been doing since 1992. I do not have official not-for-profit status because my program is a Native American cultural environmental stewardship education program that I take into to grade schools and high schools, colleges for mascot logo issues and for Native American History Month. But I don't have a not-for-profit status because I work hand to mouth. So my teachings are that all knowledge belongs to our children. And as a grandmother, it's my responsibility to share what I know with our children. And so I have a very hard time asking for money to go and present a program. So therefore, my transportation costs, my gifts that I give, because every child is asked to remember 4 words: earth, air, water, and fire, and the 4 sacred elements. And if they can remember those words at the end, they get a gift from each one. So they'll get a feather from the turkey. For air, they'll get a seashell from the water and a semi-precious stone from the earth. And then I give a cedar circle where the center of the cedar is red to represent fire. And then we talk about the center of the universe is fire, the center of the earth is fire. Your center is your sacred fire, and that's that spark of life that was given to you when you were born. And so that they are given these elements to help remember what they learn in the class. And so those kind of costs, as well as printed materials for teachers to use for Earth Day or for Native American Heritage Month, are left with the teachers. And those kind of costs come out of my pocket, which was great when I was younger and I was working as a nurse, and I had that money to put into the program. And
so sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but we do have a limited time. What is your question? How can we support? Because it sounds like you're doing some beautiful work there, and we'd love to. Yeah, what would you like? I'm sure there's lots of ways Shine and I could support off of this call as well, but do you have a specific question for our tech team?
Yes. Would this grant money possibly be something that I could seek for to get the money to open a not-for-profit? Because it is expensive to get all of that together and get that done. Is that? a
Got it.
possibility.
Okay, Swaty
Yeah.
Arun, take.
So actually, Carol, for not-for-profit, this grant is not applicable for not-for-profit. This is only for-profit businesses. So I don't think this will be really suitable for the kind of initiative that you're working on. But at the same time, like, what questions do you have, and how do you want to really structure up the business and make the community more better? Maybe, as Crystal suggested, probably it can be taken off the topic. But yeah, for the grant purpose, no, not for profit doesn't qualify for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
not for this one specifically, but please do reach out to Shine and I after the call, because we do have lots of resources, and we'll see who we know that maybe can put you in touch with some grants that you could apply for, because I'm sure they do exist. And yeah, we can help dig in a little bit to find out kind of what you would be eligible and how the community can support, because it sounds like you're doing some beautiful work.
It's been a real joy in my life. They teach me more than I teach them, I guarantee you.
Oh, beautiful, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we definitely, that's something that we have a strong passion for, supporting people that are supporting people, which is what you're doing. So please reach out and we'll see what we can do to support.
And I just
And
want to
honestly,
go ahead.
sorry,
Go ahead,
Shine, go ahead.
Sharon.
Honestly,
No, you-
Carol, come on, unite. This is the best place to be at,
Yes.
and bring in more people here. I think everybody at Unite comes from such a beautiful, positive mindset, and such a holistic living mindset. So you can get a lot of good resources, support, and whatever you need coming in from here. It is abundance. It is you're asking
Yeah.
in the universe.
I think, I mean, we'll see what we can do to help you with grants, but also once you share your project, I bet you some people, even who have some extra crystals, Kurt maybe has some extra crystals, who knows, like we can, work together and help at least minimize some of your costs as well. So yeah, we'll do this together. Reach out, please.
Mm-hmm.
And Shines, I think, is going to share about the grant now.
Yeah,
And
so
Shine,
it's
thank you for inviting me on the call.
You're
Oh,
very
you're
welcome.
so welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
yeah. So I just wanted to quickly share. Can you guys see the screen? Oh no.
Yes, we can.
Sharing the screen. So this is the $2,400 grant, and in order to be eligible, you need to have a for-profit business, as they said, has to be incorporated, customer facing, 1 employee, or $30,000 in revenue, either or. So you have to do it for 6 months and participate in surveys. It's not for charities or franchises or chains. It's not for MLMs. It's not for real estate, drop shipping, or wholesale. So that's the $2,400 one. And then there's a $15,000 one. And that's only if you have at least 500,000 in revenue in one of the last 3 years. And then there's also with that one, there's a BDC 0 interest 5-year loan for up to 100,000. And I think there's a whole bunch of other stuff. So we will we'll share more. And there's another guy who's doing some great work around this and has some resources. So that's the overview of this specific grant. And Swaty Arun, is it only for BC residents or Canadian residents?
It is all over Canada. It is a federal grant.
Canada, yeah. So anyone from any business that's incorporated in Canada who has who
Meets those criteria.
meets those criteria.
Yeah.
And
The only thing here is that it is getting administered by the provincially by the respective bodies. So Chamber of Commerce, a small business BC, those kind of places are really managing it.
Nice.
Yeah, and with this grant, some grants you get the money and then you get to go spend it. And with this grant, I think it needs to go directly to somebody who is qualified to do the work.
It's all about tech and digital adoption. So
Yeah.
you need to spend the money on things like website, SEO, digital marketing, etc.
So that's part of why we wanted to share about this grant is if you're hearing about all this SEO and maybe it feels a little bit overwhelming, I don't know what they're talking about. And then if you can get this grant, it can pay for Swaty and Arun to do that because that's what their team does. So yeah. Mom, you have a question?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm unmuted. It's not only incorporated, it's also if you're registered, which means a sole proprietorship. So those people are also
Nice.
eligible. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Mom's been doing her research.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome, Amanda.
Yeah.
Good to see you here.
Thank you for joining us.
Any other questions from anyone in the audience? Sorry, did you have something? No.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, Amanda, we're just going through, we've been answering questions about SEO. We've been answering questions about this $2,400 grant that's available to Canadian businesses. So if you have questions regarding that, we can continue on that subject. And yeah, that's what we're doing here. We are recording. So if you want to stay anonymous, you can just post your comment in the chat and we can post your question in the chat and we can ask it for you. And if anyone's tuning in on the lives as well, you're welcome to do that and we will get your questions answered.
Nice. Okay, so Swaty, it looks like there's no burning questions yet. So Swaty and Arun do, they can create websites for you. They can create apps. Yeah. They can do SEO. They can also do digital marketing. So like Facebook ads, Google ads. Swaty and Arun, is there anything in there that you want to talk about? Oh.
And before you jump in and talk about that, I want to do a little plug for you guys as to our experience working with Swaty and Arun, in that when we were envisioning Unite, wanting to build some kind of app and some kind of platform, and we didn't even really have a clear sense of what providers, what platform we would use, what backend, like we didn't know much about any of it. And we just had a really beautiful vision that we wanted to share. And we really appreciated, we went to some people and we shared the vision and they're like, okay, come back when you've got all this technical stuff and you've just made all these decisions. And what was so lovely to come to Swaty and Arun is we really came with the vision and with the heart of what we wanted to see in the future. And Swaty is such an amazing project manager in that she took our kind of like crumpled up, almost like ball of paint, like, please, we want to do something like this. And she was able to come back like the next day with like, so these would be the steps and this would be your best option. But if you don't want that option, there's this option and that's that. And it was just so easy and so clear. And it really helped take this overwhelming idea of building a site and all the steps and really break it down into phases and make it feel really manageable and really easy. So I highly recommend, even if you just have questions about what next steps could be, and you know, even if you're not ready to do a new build or add on at the moment, I really highly recommend just giving them a call and connecting with them because they're so helpful and so supportive. And if they're not able to help you right now, they'll be able to tell you who can. So yeah. And now Shine had a question that he asked you guys and I interrupted and I can't remember what it was. Oh, asking if Swaty and Arun, if you had anything else that you wanted to share about your services.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Crystal. That's wow. That's great. Yeah, what a fun meeting with Shine and Crystal. I still remember, and this was amazing. It was amazing, and it's been such a journey. I mean, it is like raising a baby. So Unite has been something like that, like, you know, conceiving a baby and then, you know, going through the entire birth cycle of the baby and having raising the baby. So right, so this is
it's
super
just
amazing.
starting to crawl.
Yeah, it's a little toddler right now.
It's just it's born and
toddler right now. Yeah. And getting homeschooled, right? so that's really,
I think it's homeschooling us actually.
yeah, I know. So that's beautiful. Yeah, the central thought process behind what we do is making the things leaner, simpler, and more robust. So where we come from is making the things more effective and efficient. So many small businesses in the jungle of 5,000 off-the-shelf solutions, it is a nightmare to pick up one solution that fits for their need. Number one. Number two, when somebody picks it up, what happens, like data gets fed to different engines. And as you understand, the Google algorithm works, so does the algorithm work for all the systems. So our role is to really help our customers to navigate through these challenging times and these challenging decision-making processes, and helping them to find, okay, when I'm going to do a website, what website should I be doing? Should I be doing an e-commerce website? Will it be on WooCommerce, or should it be on Shopify? Or will it be on a Magento? What timeline am I looking to grow my business up to? Like, how long do I want to stay in the business? And at the same time, there are companies who are running on old databases and very manual, repetitive, cumbersome processes. So our role is to understand their processes, systematizing their processes, and then standardizing, and developing a software. So it's SQ process, right? So when we put that custom software for our customers, so what they do not see on their screen is any extra button that they need, than what they need, because it is completely made for them. So is the case goes with mobile applications. We have worked with some fantastic customers, and last couple of years we have developed close to 35 mobile apps. So that's been an amazing journey, and I mean, quite a few of those customers have really, they all were startups and they have raised good money. They sold their businesses and made good money. So anybody who's looking to scale up in the time when the data can be leveraged and uh, built upon, some system can be built upon, we can really help our customers, our friends, to develop custom software and applications that can not only work for their business but can work as a startup idea to give them the gear and lever to rise and shine.
Definitely, definitely rise and shine. Aww.
Yeah.
The nice thing, we're building something very complex and that has a lot of moving pieces, and so we decided to do a custom build, and there's a lot of things that go into that, and definitely not something that we could do on our own. And so the process of working with Swaty Arun, if I feel like it's been the easiest, most like soothing part of this, because there's so much also in the business that we could do, and so many things to do. And whenever we meet with them or chat with them, I always feel like like they've got this part, they're so lovely. So, and I think for me the most important thing about them is their willingness to be happy and be patient and put like their own well-being, our well-being, and the relationship above everything. There's never been any kind of negative energy really, or any, like, it's just been lovely and easy and smooth and just so nice. So that's been, for me, that's been my favorite part, is just the feeling I get working with you is just like relaxing and relieving and easy and just such a, and we're like family. We built such a nice connection and have dinner and hang out a lot. So it's been so lovely.
Especially for a long-term project. It really, we were hearing, unfortunately, when you're shopping around, you kind of get the horror stories and you get the don't do this and don't do that. And we heard, lots of people where they had paid a lot of money to build something out and to build a website or to build an app, and it was really not getting done the way they wanted, and the relationship was bad with who they were having build it. So they ended up having to switch to another company, and basically most of what was done was wasted. So we had a little bit of trepidation starting out, knowing that this Unite's going to be a lifelong project. And we really wanted to make sure that we found someone that was willing to kind of, do the project with us for a very long time. And yeah, it's been so amazing and so soothing and so supportive. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, this has been such a beautiful journey. Yeah. Melanie, you have a question? Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, hi. I thought another question. I'm not sure if you maybe answered this at some point. So if someone's wanting to do SEO on their website, is it ideal to do it at the very beginning when they launch their website? Or if they're like, oh, it's been a month or two and now I need to really get on my SEO, like, what's your thoughts regarding like this, like once your website is up, it's like, well, I'm doing it like whatever months later or weeks later.
Yeah, great question, Malini. So, as Swati touched on it like slightly earlier, there are two kinds of optimization. One is on-page optimization, one is off-page optimization. So, when you develop the website and you are like just like shuckling it, I mean just breaking the all the chains and getting it off, right? So, at that time, what you are wanting to have do the on-page SEO. So all your meta text, all your tags, all the descriptions, meta descriptions, everything is intact. You have keyword research done, and your content is written around that. So that is a little bit that's a lot to do on the on-page SEO. But off-page SEO is like feeding a baby. So you got to feed baby every day. Google is the baby, right? And your Google is the baby, and your website is trying to feed it. So you need to feed through your website, so that your business can really rank. So just trying to bring in an analogy here, so that in order to stay current, relevant, and robust, you got to do it always. So SEO is again not 1 month strategy; it is an ongoing strategy. You got to do it for 6 months, 1 year, and just keep on doing it. Because if you're not working, others are working.
And I would put it
Got it.
this way that the sooner you start, the better it is. So even if you have launched your website, you should start it ASAP, so that, because what happens is that if you do not optimize your website, Google will still come and read your website a day,
Yeah.
right? It can come in 15 days, it can come in 45 days. There is no fixed period for it, but Google will still come and read your website. And if your website is not optimized, it will index your website on wrong keywords, right? And which is what you won't like to do it. So the sooner you start SEO, the better it is, so that the indexing on Google is done correct on right keywords.
Yeah, Melanie.
Nice. And what's the average cost for SEO from you guys?
It is pretty much, Shine. It is like depending upon how many keywords somebody is wanting to, a client is wanting to do. Somebody can be like 10 keywords, right, with a bare minimum commitment ranging from 650, starting from $650 a month, which contains like submitting about 4 blogs a month, doing the on-page optimization, off-page optimization, taking care of the website maintenance into that one. So right, so yeah, that is the reference point, we can say, and then we can really tailor made it to suit the target audience needs. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 keywords package is a good start to do it.
Mhm.
But then it depends on the business. Like we have customers for whom we are working for 100 plus keywords as well. So depends on what business you have and how many services you have. So the more services you have, we get into more number of keywords. But for an ideal small scale, small business, 10 keywords, 10 or 15 keywords is a good start, and the price is $650 per month to give it a start. And from there we can evaluate in first 3 months if we have to increase the budget or increase the number of keywords. But give it first 3 months to get the traction, to see where the traffic is coming from, what keywords you get in the ranking. So first 3 months are important, and to understand how the what how it's happening.
Got it. And then so that's like a package that includes everything. Is there like what would be the sort of least cost but still valuable thing that someone could do that would still make a difference? Like, is doing one keyword even worth it, or only doing on page, or only doing a blog, or is it not really worth it until you can get to that point of doing like
Honestly,
10
like
keywords?
honestly, Shine, like if somebody is really focused, and and they have very niche kind of business, I mean, they can might as well start from like 5 keywords, package. Like, we can always tailor make that, and that's what I was telling. Like, if somebody wants to have a tailor made keyword, we are working for somebody uh, 8 keywords, and for someone we are working for 80 keywords. So,
Mhm.
and that can be done, right? So that's not a problem, but you need to really understand the customer psychology and how
Mm,
their buying behavior is working. So if that is a little bit understood, I think we can start with more focus.
got it. And now, actually, this new Chat GPT AI thing, if people don't know, you just search Google for Chat GPT, and then click the link and click try, and you can literally say, write a blog post about crystal healing, and you can add in even like different things like in a sarcastic tone or in a funny tone or in an uplifting tone or whatever. You can literally tell it what to do, and it'll write a pretty good blog post in seconds. And then you can just edit a little bit. It's amazing. It's quite, it'll write songs, poems, like whatever. It's hilarious. It's quite good. That'll make the blog writing a little bit easier, hopefully.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did that answer your question, Melanie?
Mhm.
Yes, thank you. So it's
Yay.
better to start sooner. Yes.
Start sooner, start right away, and yeah, it's never too late.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if anyone has a question, just put the hand up,
Yeah.
and then I'll quickly touch on. So there's also social media. So getting lots of organic content on social, short videos, long videos. YouTube is apparently quite good because it has a lot of SEO and search engine. It is a search engine for a lot of people. People will search for videos, or those videos come up on Google, and so using Google as well, putting videos in there that have
YouTube as
relevant,
well.
sorry, YouTube, and putting videos that have relevant titles and keywords and
Yeah.
and write-ups and things. Like even if you write a blog and then you just sort of talk about it on a
Yeah.
video and then put it up on YouTube, that's really helpful. Short videos on all the little, like the TikToks.
You can search too, because when I was really focused on our Instagram account, so I did a search on how to, up your SEO for Instagram. So people had tips, different tips, and they're like, they really prioritized when you would put, do the, what do they call it? There's a name for it, where you have your image, but you write description of the image so that visually impaired people can read what the image is. So you say it's an image of trees and some water with a poem saying blah, blah, blah. And that the Instagram was really prioritizing people that had done that extra step. So that was something I didn't know about and hadn't done before. So that was a really good, like, oh, there's a little hack there. And so definitely now that you guys understand what SEO is, it's really is something, yeah, closed captioning is another thing that, if you include that so that you're making it more accessible, because all the platforms are trying to obviously prioritize that. So now that you understand what SEO is, all platforms have SEO and all platforms have their own algorithm for how to prioritize things. So that is going to be, yeah, a valuable thing to understand. Whatever platform you want to use, what is their current priority and what content are they really prioritizing, and then make your stuff relevant.
And then Swaty Arun, you do help people run ads and do Google AdWords. So maybe speak a bit about that offering and what packages and what the benefits are for that.
Yes. So Google Ads is basically are the paid ads. So SEO is like more organic, doing like you're not paying anything for per click, but Google Ads is like you are paying to Google for every single click that you get. But the combination of SEO and Google Ads brings great results. So the business running Google Ads basically gets more priority from Google because you are paying them for each click that you get, right? So once you have a good website in place, you have SEO running, then is the time that you can think for that you're getting some traffic and you want more business. You can start some Google Ads, and you can decide what is your monthly budget for it. So there are two kind of costs involved in Google Ads. One is the budget that you want to pay to Google per month. So say you say that, okay, I want to spend $500 per month and that will go straight to Google, right? So based on your budget, Google will calculate how much is your per click value. So the higher the per click value you have, the higher the traffic Google will divert to you, right? So if you keep it low cost, you will low per click, you will still get some traffic, but the higher CPC you keep, the number of leads you get are more, right? But it's like that's what the management company does. So basically what our role in this is that we keep a track of how your ads are performing, and we keep a control check on the budget, like how much it is spending on daily basis. And if we find that okay, we are getting some good clicks and it's a point to increase the budget, we do it, right? So that's what the role of management company is. So like I said, there are two different costs involved here. So one is the budget that goes to the Google, and the second cost is the management fee which you pay to companies like us for running and managing your Google ads.
Amazing. And so what are some of the success stories of, and at what point does it make sense for a business and what type of business, so that there's a good return on investment, so that the money you're putting into the management and the ads comes back as more revenue than you're putting in?
I would say it is most appropriate for businesses having e-commerce thing or something that they can sell on their website. So I would give example of Shine, where he was selling a tickets for his event, and we had very less period of time, like 15 days left, and he wanted to sell some amount of tickets. So we launched Facebook ads for Shine, for Unite, and in a limited budget he got some good tickets sold out, right? So Google ads is most appropriate for businesses who have something to sell on your website. So with that you can actually value your investment. That suppose you are paying $500 to Google and you get even 20 sales, which is equivalent to like $2,000. So you have a good ROI there, right? So if you have something to sell on your website, Google ads, SEO plus Google ads is the way to go for it.
Amazing. Sorry, Crystal's just getting back in. She has a broken toe.
I have to hippity hop across the floor.
There we go.
Thank you so much for all that.
That's great. Okay, so the benefits to the Google ads are for usually when you're selling something online, and so that you can, it's easier to track the sales that are coming through there.
Yes, yes.
And then
Basically, let's say, because if you do not have something to sell, so Google ads will basically just give you an inquiry, right? An inquiry can be anything. It can be just people, you know just checking in for something. So you may not be able to value that inquiry in actual dollar terms, but if you have something to sell on your website, like sell an event or sell some product, it makes sense for those kind of businesses.
Even for certain things like say crystal healing, or for that matter, even for say dumpster business or painters, Google ads are really relevant because they are little high ticket items. So even if Google ad lands you with a great lead inquiry, the possibility of converting that is very high because engagement begins from there. So it is
But I
really,
would say
yeah.
even in those cases, you should have facility for like either book a consultation time. Like I would not spend on Google ads only to get an inquiry. You should have a proper sales channel for it. So if you are into services business and you want to run ads, then your website should have a good capability for booking the call with you or scheduling a session with you. So if Kaisa runs a Google ads, she should have like book a call with me so that the visitors can see her schedule and see the next available date and time to book an actual call for Kaisa. So in that way, Kaisa can track that, okay, she spent $500 per month and she got 20 booking sessions from that from that dollar value spent on Google.
Mhm.
Nice. And then you guys also do Facebook ads management. Any other platforms that you help people with?
No, I think this is the most thing that we do, like SEO, Google Ads, and Facebook. We are not doing much of social media, like as in full swing, but SEO and Google Ads would be our main area of specialization.
Amazing. And is there anything that we haven't touched on in this call that you want to share that you offer?
I think the main thing is that before SEO and Google Ads, the most important thing is that you should have a good platform, a good website, or a good app in place. So do not go for a low standard product in hurry. It may take a month more, but have a good solution in place so that when you are actually spending on SEO and Google Ads, you are not making mistakes of spending that money on a bad website, right? so
Yeah.
so the very first point is definitely build a good website or a good mobile app, right? And then go on the marketing journey. So we
What are
help with
some
building those types of websites. Yeah.
what are some of the challenges with getting a low, an easy to build simple website? Like why should people do WordPress or get something different? What
Yeah,
are some of
the cons for going
See,
cheap.
WordPress is such an open source and such a big community there, and there are so many themes available from WordPress. So like 50% of the people just try to build website by themselves by selecting a theme, right? And they put in their content and build a WordPress website. That's good to do, but then it's not the most right way to do it, right? So what we do for our customers is that, again, we understand their business, we understand their needs, and come up with a custom design, right, which is and that custom design is then converted into a WordPress website, which is not only up to the mark but also secured and good on speed. And these days, Google, even for SEO, having a good page speed is very important, right? So using standard themes will make your website slow, or even they are very susceptible to get hacked. So building a right website with a right design company is very important.
Amazing. So it sounds so speed, flexibility, and customization. Yeah, very interesting. And
Yeah, because see, if you're planning to invest on marketing and you're spending like even $650 per month, so it is like, if you count your year expense, it's a good amount of money, right? So if you spend a good, if you're going on that journey, you need to spend some amount on building the website as well, and this grant is a great help towards it. So if you have an idea wherein you can sell something online, you can use this grant, $2,400 to build an e-commerce website, right? I would not say that you can build the whole website in this budget, but even if your website is costing $6,000, 2,400 can be useful towards it.
nice. Amanda just asked, what's the average cost of a 6 to 10 page website?
Yes, so if the average cost for building a 10 page website is starts from $3,500, and it can go up to $5,000 depending on the type of business and type of content you want to put forward. So that's what we decide in the first discovery session, like what kind of business it is and what kind of website they need. And on after that, we submit our commercial, like what costing it will be. But it
Got it.
starts from like 3,500. You can pick up a range, like it starts from 3,500, and it can go, like we have built websites which have cost more than $50,000 as well. So it really depends on what functionalities you need and what kind of business you have.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Amazing.
Yes.
Any other things you guys want to share, or any other questions from anyone?
No, I think this is amazing, Shine, and you have been so kind of sharing this to whole community and creating like connecting us with so many beautiful souls there. And it's so good, and we are open for one-to-one sessions. We can anyone like want to have discovery sessions with us. We will like you can reach out to us either through email or Facebook Messenger, and we can schedule calls.
This is
Yes.
exciting. Oh my God, beautiful questions. And thank you very much, Shannon Crystal. It was fun.
Yeah, you're so welcome, and thank you so much for sharing your time with us and starting your day in India with us today. And hopefully this has maybe given you some ideas for some new blog posts too. It seems like there's lots of interest in especially
Yes.
SEO. So that would definitely be, we'd love to be able to share more with our community in some nice little bite-sized bits for how they can, can learn all this stuff.
And if there are any last minute questions, please put the hand up. And I also want to share that the vision for Unite is to, if this all sounds a little bit like, wow, that's a lot of things, and you have to, there's money and there's ads and it feels like a lot, and I'm a holistic counselor, or I'm a crystal healer, and I just want to do my thing and like not have to worry about any of this. That's the vision for Unite, is to be a one-stop shop where people can come and basically find clients the same way that on Airbnb, if you've ever hosted a room, and
if you've ever used Airbnb and hosted,
if you've ever hosted a room and rented a room through Airbnb, it's this magical feeling where you don't do anything and money shows up and people book it. It's wild. Like, it's really, really wild. And we were renting out our last house, a basement suite, two rooms for $1,500 each, and we rented it out for the summer on Airbnb, and we were making, instead of $3,000 a month, we were making $10,000 a month. And it was, the only thing we had to do was clean it and manage a few conversations, but other than that, there was no marketing, no sales, no anything. And it was so lovely. And also through running our events, we thought that, if Facebook would just tell everyone, or whatever platform would just tell everyone who might want to come to our event that we're doing it, we would happily pay them a percentage, because the marketing part was such a big job. It was a lot of work, and was by far the majority of our time. And so Unite sort of was born from this idea of, what if we created this platform where all the businesses and people who are offering things could find, could have a place to share their offerings, so it could almost be their website. Like, we don't have a website for Airbnb. My vision is maybe one day you won't need that. You can just have your Unite storefront and platform, and everyone can find you through there. And the people who are looking for stuff can search with specific keywords, or can say, oh, I have a headache, or I'm having trouble sleeping, or I'm looking to meet new people, or whatever. And it can recommend, and we'll probably integrate some of that cool AI stuff that's all the rage right now. And we really want to make it more personalized and faster and easier and more fun for people to find exactly what they're looking for, and get the specific, unique, like, this is the best session, this is the best massage, this is the best coach, or this is the best party to go to, or this is the best eco-friendly furniture to buy. And to be able to find that in minutes versus sometimes hours of research. And then for the businesses to be able to get that organic traffic and sales without really having to do the sales and marketing on all these places and do all this work, it just feels more fun. Like, if we were building a society from scratch and you weren't having to think about all this, like, why would you add a bunch of things in the middle? Why wouldn't you just connect people to what they're looking for, and connect businesses to the people that are looking for them? Like, it just makes sense. And so I think that's the direction that technology is going to go. It's going to, things are going to move in that direction. And I'm guessing we'll see bigger platforms also sort of shift into there. And we're building a new one in Unite where we can build it from the ground up with this kind of functionality. And if we had one ask, it would be to let us know what you love about the platform, what's working. Let us know what's not working, what what you don't love and what's not easy, and let us know what unique thing we could do right now that would make you go, oh my God, I love this. I want to share it with everyone I know. I want to use it all the time. It's so amazing, because we're looking for that special feature that really hits, that meets a need, because until we get a bunch of people and businesses on the platform, it doesn't have that ability to be an organic kind of sales and marketing tool.
One-stop shop.
But so in order to get there, we want to find different things that people will love and use and that make it worth it. And one of them is the love stream. So anyone right now can go live. You go to unite.love/lovestream, you click it, you can go live in 2 clicks, and it creates a Zoom room like this. Anyone can see that you're live and jump in. And if you create a future love stream, we'll help promote it. And same with events, you can sell tickets and we'll help promote that, and as well as products and services. And you can share content on the love feed, and it sounds like that might also help with some SEO, because we've got lots of stuff going on Unite. So even if you're just posting there, it can be useful.
Yeah, exactly. We're really excited to help everybody. There's so many amazing people, even on this call today. We had so many amazing people doing lovely things in the world. And it's a lot when you need to be the marketer and the website developer and learn SEO and ship it and find the people and let alone actually making the product or offering the service. And we are so excited to help minimize some of that, hopefully to a point where you get to do a lot more of what it is you love to do and offer more to the world, instead of having to wear so many different hats. And really, we're all duplicating the same information. We're all, like Swaty and Arun said at the beginning, we're really fighting for eyes when we're on Google and when we're on the internet. We're always fighting for eyes. We're hoping that if I do these right things, the right people are going to see what I'm offering. And like Shine said, that's kind of the world we're in right now. And we're really excited to get to a world where you're not spammed information you don't want to see, and you don't have to fight for eyes. You put the offering that you have out available, and the people who are looking for it are able to find it. And with some sifting and sorting, we want to have really good rating systems on Unite and really easy ways for people to rate things up and let people know what it is. So very quickly, within minutes, you would be able to make a quick decision on what, through the things that are offered, what would work best for you, and hopefully eliminate a lot of time searching, and the people who have the offering can spend way more time just doing what they love. So yeah, more community. Right now we're all in these little fish bowls, like everyone living in their own little apartments, and we're really excited to build the village where we all get to support each other.
Mm-hmm. And that's the big vision for Unite, is really to build this one-stop shop online where people can find not only the paid product, services, and events, but free content and also free experiences, events, love streams, and hangouts, and really connect people to each other. And then as we build that community, to create physical centers and spaces in cities and communities where people can go and have food and classes and shop and workshops and spa and healing and all the things in one space, these beautiful Unite centers that are just green and lovely and delightful. And then eventually building eco towers around those and having communities where we can all live in the same building or the same area. And that creates so much magical synchronicities when we're physically close to each other. And the co-housing movement that started, I think, in Europe. I lived in one in Calgary, and it's really is magical to have. I think we lived in a 24 house unit, and it was built specifically for co-housing. So it was all built in a circle, and in the inside was this courtyard, and all the kids would be playing. People would be hanging out. There was a guest house and a big kitchen that everyone could eat in and hang out in. There was a movie room, there was an underground parkade, and you could write little notes like, oh, I'm having a movie night, come over at this time, or anyone want to have tea, and you could just go walk. And it was so nice to not have to oh yeah, we should hang out. Oh yeah, totally. 6 months later, you finally get around to it, or you don't. It just takes work to meet up with people. Whereas when you live close, it's just so easy, and you just meet and you just go over for tea and hang out. And that's one of the reasons we love our co-living. We rent big houses, and Kaisa lives with us, and we have a few roommates, and it's such a lovely dynamic, but it's even better when everyone has their own space and then there's room for collaboration. So that's part of the big vision.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, and I want to give a shout out to Kaisa. So Kaisa is not only amazing, sweet, lovely mother of 6 children, including Crystal, and just an amazing human being. She's also one of the biggest supporters of Unite and our largest investor, and such an amazing gift for her to be involved with us. And she has built a counseling business in the last 2 or 3 years,
Yeah.
I think, completely organic,
Yeah.
no anything. She has a basic website and she didn't do any ads, no Facebook, no, really not too much promote. We helped promote a little bit, but she's basically she's created a full-time income doing her thing by just being really good and having people refer her, and then, you know, having an amazing Shining Crystal to help throw a few clients her way and promote here and there. But she hasn't really had to do a ton of like the things that you think you have to do to become successful in a business like that. She was able to do it her own way. So I want to give a shout out to her, and that you don't have to do any of this. You don't even have to have a website. You can do your own thing. It's nice, but it's possible.
And one of the things that she did really well was she offered a lot of, and I know a lot of people do this, but I really want to stress it, to offer free info sessions, and to offer not even free info sessions, like she would do short free 15-minute sessions, 20-minute sessions, just to get the community to know her. Because really, who's going to go to a counselor or therapist or any kind of supportive emotional person until you get a sense of them? Mm-hmm. So she did offer a lot of that, and because of Unite, we were really able to spread the word and allow people to get to know her and get a sense of her. And it really shows, like, she was always willing to give more than she received at the beginning, and it really pays off. So I highly recommend, if you are looking to build up your clientele, if you're looking to build up your community, please do reach out to us if you're offering free info sessions, if you're offering a big discount where you're looking to get new clients, and we'd really love to share that with our community, because our community is also full of amazing people that could use your services. And many of our community members have greatly benefited from my mom's amazing, she's a trauma counselor, specializes in trauma, but also just has amazing ability to really support anyone in kind of working through whatever's going on and find the light in it, find the magnificence in it, and really be able to step into the light. So,
and she's also incorporating some channeling, I think, into her sessions.
Yes.
Maybe sometimes. Yeah.
She's doing all the awesome stuff. So
Melanie asked about next week. So next week for the vision board manifestation session, we've got an amazing special guest in Steve Young, Dr. Steve Young. He's this amazing soul who's working a lot with the Dumb and Her community in Italy, and has some really cool stuff, and has manifested some really interesting, amazing things. So there's going to be part of it where we do some Q&A about manifestation and vision boards and all that kind of stuff, and share a little bit from our experiences of fun things that we've manifested, and just some of the mechanics behind that, of like how it came about. And then we will decide to either as a group kind of hang out and just search Google and just add in different pictures from Google Images to like Canva or like a simple thing, or we can just sort of share about the idea of vision boards and then let people do their own however they want to do it. We haven't really thought it through, so we'll think about it. But you don't have to come prepared either way. It'll be something that you can just do on the call.
Yeah, we really want to support people, especially in this kind of end of the year time when it can feel like either, oh, I didn't really kind of line up with some of the things I wanted to this year. Like, it really is a kind of a waypoint or a stop point, the new year, where you do a little reflection. I find I kind of come up across that on my birthday as well every year, and I kind of go, oh, you know, where was I last year? How has it turned out? How am I feeling about it? And we really wanted to add this event in to kind of be a little bit of encouragement of like, you don't need to take stock and be like, oh, I didn't do well enough, or, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed and there's so much I need to do, and how do I even get clear on that? So yeah, we wanted to help kind of start the new year off with some fun clarity and some fun little tools about why vision boards are really helpful, and yeah, how you can line up with all the bits that you want in your life. So,
And
yeah.
then the next week on the 29th, we were doing one with an amazing sound healer, Mike, who has built this really beautiful sound healing business where he'll travel most weeks and do like at least one session a week in different communities. So he'll do one in Coquitlam, one in Squamish, one in North Van, one in this place, and he'll just have these and he'll sell them out. And he's done a really great job of branding and marketing his offerings and creating a full-time business out of it. And now his next step is to teach sound healers, but also anyone who wants to do sort of an events-based business. His is around wellness, but it could be for anyone. And he wants to share some of his tips and tricks of how he's built this. And we're going to share a bit about how we sold over 7,000 tickets and hosted 111 plus events and all that stuff. So that's going to be the 29th. And then in the new year, we're going to have some other amazing Unite shows with amazing guests.
Yeah, so if you have either an idea for a Unite show theme that you would love to see and love to have us do, please do reach out and let us know, because we're doing this for you guys. And also, if you do have some kind of offering, some kind of theme that you would love to speak on, especially if you've got some of the tools, and like Swaty and Arun had really lined up here with their Ask a Tech theme, you know, with some kind of breakdowns for how people can really implement these things and be supported by this, because of course we really do want to share as much value as possible. So please let us know, and we would love to see when we can schedule you in. Right now, the Unite show is happening on Thursday nights at 6:15. But if that time doesn't work for you, we would still love to hear from you, and maybe we can do a special one-off on a different night just for you. So.
And again, if you want to host your own show and your own love streams on Unite, you can do that at any time and just go live, or you can create a future one and we'll help promote it and try and get lots of people on. And before Swaty and Arun leave, they have to run. Thank you so much, you guys. We really appreciate you. So much love.
Thank you so much. It was fun. It was amazing. Thank you very much, Shine, Crystal, Kaisa, Amanda, Melanie, and all the previous guests here. It was fun talking to all of you. So should you have any questions, please let us know. I have put in my email ID in the chat earlier, and Shine and Crystal are always there to connect you guys with us. So please feel free for any assistance. And yeah, it's a fun journey, and take the best advantage of this grant. We are excited. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.
Appreciate you all.
Good night, guys. Everyone. Take care. Good one. Bye.
Is there anything else I need to share before we close?
Bye. So, sorry, Shine. Sorry.
No.
Does anyone else have anything to share before we close? No.
A big thank you.
Thank you, Melanie. I got your message. If you want to hang out after, we can chat now, or we can set a time another time.
Yeah, if you wanted to stop recording and then we'll talk, or.
Sure.
Why don't we do that? So
thank you, everyone. Thanks, Amanda. Bye. Thank you, Kaisa. Thank you, Swaty and Arun.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Ciao.
Perfect.